Hello, grade 12s. How are you? Mr. Newlove is here again. If you've not subscribed the channel, subscribe it. Today, I want us to look at scatter plot and least square regression line. And this one normally comes on paper 2.
There is only one God who really cares for you.
It comes on paper 2. Okay. It's easy to get marks here. Okay, so let's quickly look at this past question. It says, on the first day of each month, information is recorded about the temperature at midday in degrees Celsius and the number of 500 milliliters bottle of water that were sold at the tuck shop of a certain school during the lunch break. The data is shown in the table below and represented on the scatter plot. Okay. The least square regression line for the data is also shown. So this is the data, and this is the scatter plot. You see that this plot, it doesn't show whether it's linear, it doesn't show whether it's quadratic or exponential. The points are scattered everywhere. You know, to draw a linear graph, you only need 2 points, which is a straight line. To draw a quadratic, it moves this way or this way. Exponential, it moves this way or this way. But this one, the points are scattered. So we cannot say, if you want to draw the graph of this, you have to join this point, join this one, join this, join this, join this. No, it's scattered around. But the scatter plot shows a kind of graph, whether it's linear or whether it reflects linear or quadratic or exponential. If you check this one, it looks like a linear graph. Alright, so this is a scatter plot. We may have different kind of scatter plots. Some reflect exponential, some reflect quadratic, but basically grade 12 we are looking at linear. Okay, let's continue with our question. The question says, identify an outlier of the data. An outlier is a point that separates itself from the rest of the data. If you check this data, you see that all these ones, they are close to each other except this one. This one separates itself from the rest of the points. So we call this one what? An outlier. An outlier. Okay, so let's see how we can get the outlier. We need the coordinates of the outlier. So if you check this outlier, this one, the x value here is 30. And what is going to be the y value? The y value here is 50, 51, 52, 53. The y value here is what? 53 because each is 1. From here to here is 5. Alright, so the y value here is 53. So the coordinates of the out layer is what? 30, 53. We are done with that one. Okay, let's look at the next question. It says determine the equation of the least square regression line. Equation of the least square regression line. How do we determine the equation of the least square regression line? Basically, the least square regression line is given by this. That's the general formula. This A is the y-intercept and the B is the gradient. Okay, so we need to find A, we need to find B. It's easy to find them. The calculator is going to give us the answers. So let's see how we are going to find A and B. To find A and B, we need the data given to us. This one. We are going to input it on the calculator. So the first thing you need to do is to clear your calculator. How do we clear your calculator? You press shift, clear, 3 equal, and AC. We have cleared the data on the calculator. Now we need to change the calculator to statistics. So you press setup, then start is what? 3. So you press 3, then we want the equation, that is a plus bx, which is what? 2. So you press 2. We have these two brackets, 2 x and y. So we are going to type the x here. So this is the x value. So anytime you are given the this table, the first one, the top one, you put x here. So this is x. You can make it capital. So this is x. And this is what? Y. You can use your pencil to write it to guide us. Okay, because it will not, they will not tell you, it will not be given to us. So first I'm going to type my 18, then 21. I'm typing the x values, 21, then 19, then 26, then 32, then 35, then 36, then 40, then 38, then 25. I've typed the x values. I'm going to type the y values, so you move your cursor to the right, move it up, make sure it corresponds with 1. So the 18 must correspond with what? 12. So you take your time to do this one. So here is 12 equal, then 15 correspond with 21. So 15, then 13, then 31, then 46, then 51, then 57, then 70, So I have typed the 70. Let's move on to 63. Then 53. And the last one is 23. And you take your time to check whether they correspond, because if you don't type this one correct, you are going to get everything wrong. So if you check this, 25 correspond with 23, 53 correspond with 30, 63 correspond with 38, 70 correspond with 40, 57 correspond with 36, 51 correspond with 35, 45 goes with 32, 46, not 45, 46 goes with 32, 31 goes with 26, 13 goes with 19, 15 goes with 21, then 12 goes with 18. So everything is correct. Then you press the SD. Then you move to shift. You come to 1. You see that they've written start at the top here. This shift control this yellow button. Okay, so if I press this one, you see this 5, which is regression. So press that one. We want A. A is what? 1. Press equal. Give us negative 38,5. That is the value for A. Then you write your A. So A is negative 38,5. Negative 38,5. We have our A. Then what is our B? Press your AC, shift, start, then 5. This is B. B is 2. Equal, which is 2,68. So you write your B. Now we are going to write our equation. Our equation is what? Y. This one. A plus BX. Our A is this one plus BX. What is our A? Our A is this. So check the equation, A plus BX. So our A is this one, our B is this. So we substitute it into the equation. We are done. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question says, estimate the number of milliliters, but 500 milliliter bottle of water that will be sold if temperature is 28 degrees Celsius at midday. So degrees Celsius, we are talking about temperature. Temperature is X. Then the number of bottles of water is Y. So they've given us X. It means they want us to find Y. So we need to substitute into the equation. Our X is this. So if you substitute into the equation, we are going to have minus 38 plus 51. That is the equation. Plus minus 38,51 plus 2,68 X. Our X is what? 28. If you substitute into the equation, let me show you the equation again. Don't be thinking about who cares for you. Don't be thinking about. This is our equation. Our A is that. This is the equation. Our A is this and our B is that. So they've given us X, which is 28. So we substitute it there, and it's going to help us to find Y. So if you press this on the calculator, you are going to get 38 plus 2,68 28, and this gives us 36,53 bottles. Okay, so our next question, refer to the scatter plot. Would you say that the relation between the temperature at midday and the number of 500 milliliters of bottle of water is weak or strong? Motivate your answer. Normally, to determine whether it's weak or strong, we use what we call correlation coefficient. The symbol is R. When the correlation coefficient is less than 0,5, that is it's less than 50%, which is 0,5, we say it's weak. If it is equal to 50,5, we say it's moderate, and if it is more than around 0,9 something, we say it's strong. Alright, so if it is close to 0, we say it's weak. When it's close to 0,5, we say it's moderately, or it's moderate. When it is close to 1, that is around 0,9, 0,8, we say it's strong. So here we are going to use the correlation coefficient to answer that one. The question is, how do you determine R, the correlation coefficient? Is also on the calculator. So you don't delete the information that you have already typed on the calculator. So you press your AC, you go to your shift, you go to your start, regression. Our R is here, which is 3, equal. This gives us 0,98. This number is more than 4, so you add 1 to this, so it's 0,98. So the correlation coefficient is closer to 1. Alright, so we are saying that it's what? Strong. The correlation coefficient is closer to 1, so it's strong. Okay, give a reason why the observed trend for this data cannot continue indefinitely. It cannot continue indefinitely. The data for this one cannot continue indefinitely. Why it can't? Because the temperature cannot rise beyond a certain point, as this will threaten life. So the temperature cannot rise beyond a certain point. Alright. Okay. So this brings us to the end of this section. It's very short. I made it short today. I wish you all the best. Learn hard. Bye.